Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm Angel, and this is Angel Starlight Tarot, where we talk about all things energy, astrology, numerology, tarot, and beyond, so that we can connect our own dots through our own perception within our own stories, personally and interpersonally. I do hope that you'll hang around and grow with me here as I settle into this space and resonate with you all. If you are here with me, thank you so much for your support and the sharing of your time. It means more than you know. Please hit that like, subscribe, the bell so you get future notifications. Feel free to comment below. I would absolutely adore interacting and connecting with you all here. Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. Let's talk about it. We are very much so still in that 8-8 Lionsgate portal energy. I do hope that you all are feeling amazing. And when we're looking at Tuesday, we're also still looking at the higher consciousness of the 8-8 portal, of course, as well as Tuesday carries Mars energy. It's our action. Mars is our action. Aggression, assertiveness, battles, challenges. It's courage, discipline, energy, healing, honor, integrity, justice, passion, purification, strength, truth. Some call it the planet of war, but that doesn't mean it'll be a day of war. More just a seed to guard against being fiery with a negative flare. When we add up and reduce, break down the numbers in the date itself, August 9th, 2022, we get a number of 5. 5 is the number of change. 5 is the master of change. Not just change, but 5 is the master of change. It's associated with the senses we have. It is the middle number in the 1 through 9 and is pivotable. Hence the change. 5 is curious, needs variety, craves freedom, feather in the wind, so to speak. The master of change, able to go with the flow and adapt. 5 is best when it's in high energy. Routine is not for the 5 energy. Attached to being unattached. And social, flexible, outgoing, independent. 5 energy can also be non-committal, unreliable, directionless, restless, and inconsistent. Let's guard against that today. Life path number 5s are known to have a life of adventure, but they would favor to learn commitment. Their constant change can lead them to an unfulfilling life. In tarot, we see the Hierophant, the number 5 card, the advocate of learning, the messenger between the physical and the heavens. Number 5 is associated with, ding, 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 Leo. Leo is the 5th sign of the zodiac, an energy force that embraces enjoyment and expression. Gemini and Virgo are also associated with the number 5. 2 curious signs that thrive on information and acquired knowledge. You can see where this number may impact your physical by seeing where it falls in your astrology or numerology charts. I can help introduce you to your own birth chart for a pretty reasonable fee, just so you're aware. $55 is a steal. If interested, you can send the blessing to my Venmo or my Cash App. Add your name and number to the message area of payment and expect a text message within 24 to 48 hours to set up how you want to move forward. Let me help you take your puzzle apart and look at each piece individually for what it is, before you then put it back together and see the whole big picture through a different perception, a different view. We're also still sitting in the waxing gibbous phase of the moon, and it's sitting with Capricorn energy, our workhorses that let nothing in the way of their mission and should avoid that negative side of being willing to do anything to accomplish their mission. Don't be shy, then resent others for ignoring you. Back and joints may be an issue today. Take care of yourself. The Hierophant, the Hierophant, the Hierophant, the Hierophant. The messenger, the teacher, the learner, and again he holds a scroll. Let's go ahead and pull his story out in the Mythic Tarot, 1986 version. Oh, and I did go ahead and use again the Magical Unicorns as my bookmark. I was told to look at the card again, this time. I did not look at them last time, but this time I very much so did. And the Hierophant ended up bookmarked with the Healer. Are we surprised? 'Cause I'm not. You have the power to help and heal others. When I cut the deck, what do we get again today? Creativity. That Leo energy is still super fiery in the air. Embrace it. Use it to your advantage. We want you to. Bottom of the deck energy. Sorry if that's loud, guys. Best friends. Your tribe, your soul tribe, is on their way. Have faith. Let the towers fall so your soul tribe can find you. Be the change. I believe Miss BeBe tells us that, does she not? Did that seriously just come out of my mouth? BeBe, love, if you are seeing this right now, did you just hear me? I love you so much, girl. True friends stick together, no matter what. BeBe, I can't believe I just said that. Wow. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. So the story of the Hierophant out of the Mythic Tarot, 1986. The card of the Hierophant portrays a strange figure, a centaur, with the torso, arms, and head of a man and the body of a horse. His long brown hair and beard and his benign, mature face suggests a priest or a teacher. In his left hand he holds a scroll containing written wisdom. His right hand is held up in an ancient sign of blessing. To either side of him is a stone pillar. Behind him can be seen the rough rock of the cave, which is both his home and his temple. Light streams down upon his crowned head from a circular opening in the roof of the cave. The cave, which is Chiron's temple, is a natural earthy formation, not a man-made place of worship, for it is only through applying spiritual teaching in ordinary physical life that it can be rendered valid. The twin pillars are pillars of the hall of knowledge through which the disciple enters to receive Chiron's teaching. The scroll which the centaur carries is the scroll of the law, the written word which through revelation communicates the will of the divine. There's those records again. Here we meet Chiron, king of the centaurs, healer, priest, and wise teacher of all the young heroes in myth. Chiron's birth was itself very mysterious, for he was born on the union of Ixion? Ion? I'm going to have to look that up. Son of the war god Eris, and a cloud which Zeus fashioned in all the likeness of his wife Hera in order to prevent that name again from making love to the goddess herself. The centaur was educated by Apollo the sun god and Artemis the moon goddess, and because of his great wisdom and spirituality was made king of the centaurs and given the task of instilling into the young Greek princes of noble houses the spiritual values and respect for the divine law which they needed even before they learned the arts of rulership and feats of arms. That just threw me off because I also just noticed that the Hierophant begins on page 33. The number of our ascended masters. Chiron was also a great healer and knew the secrets of herbs and plant lore, but he was unable to heal himself. One day his friend, the hero Hercules, visited him in his cave after the hero had killed the monstrous Hydra with his 9 poisonous heads. Hercules accidentally grazed the centaur in the thigh with one of the arrows that had been dipped in the blood of the monster. This blood was deadly poison, and no matter what Chiron did, he could not draw the poison from the wound. Because he was immortal, he could not die, and was thus condemned to live in pain, sacrificing all worldly happiness and devoting his time to the teaching and spiritual wisdom. The teaching of spiritual wisdom. On an inner level, Chiron the Hierophant is an image of that part of us which reaches upward toward the spirit in order to understand what is required for us, of us, by God. He is the inner spiritual teacher, the priest who establishes a link between ordinary worldly consciousness and intuitive knowledge of God's law. While the world of Persephone, the high priestess, is dark and elusive, and cannot be comprehended by the intellect, the world of Chiron can be elucidated and interpreted by the mind. The ancient word for priest, pontifex, means maker of bridges. For the role of the priest, both within and outside us, is to serve as a spiritual father, establishing a relationship between man and God, and making clear the nature of the laws by which we must live in order to be in right relationship with the divine. The Emperor's laws, embodying the Father principle on earth, are concerned with right behavior in the world. But the laws of the Hierophant, excuse me, clear. Laws of the Hierophant are concerned with right behavior in the eyes of God. Let's read that again. The Emperor's laws, embodying the Father principle on earth, are concerned with right behavior in the world. But the laws of the Hierophant are concerned with right behavior in the eyes of God. But Chiron does not symbolize any orthodox religious system. He is a wild creature, half man and half animal, and his temple is not man-made, but rather a cave within a mountain. Thus the spiritual law, which he transmits, is not a collective one distilled into dogma, but an individual one, which can be found only by relationship with the priest within. Thus different people experience God differently, and we come to our own spiritual understanding according to our own particular relationship with what God might really mean. Chiron's journey makes him the wounded healer, the one who through his own pain can understand and appreciate the pain of others, and can therefore see further and higher than those who are merely blindly content. Thus Chiron, the Hierophant, represents a wounded part of ourselves, where some unsolvable problem or limitation deepens us and makes us compassionate where otherwise we would be merely shallow and mouth platitudes of goodness, without any real sense of what it might mean. The true priest is open to the world's pain and longing because he himself suffers. The image of Chiron relates us to the value of those insurmountable limitations or wounds within us, which, although they may cause suffering in ordinary life, nevertheless make us question and open the way to a greater understanding of the higher laws of life. This paradox is also suggested by the centaur himself. For being half god and half horse, he partakes both of the instincts and of the spirit, and contains a duality which is part of our human condition. We are neither wholly beast nor wholly divine, but a mixture of both, and must learn to live with both. Out of this mixture comes the wisdom of the centaur, which partakes both of the knowledge of God and the knowledge of natural law, God manifesting in the world of form. On a divinatory level, Chiron, the Hierophant, implies when he appears in a spread that the individual will begin to actively seek answers on a philosophical kind. This may emerge as the study of a particular philosophy, or a system of belief, or as a deep commitment to a quest for meaning in life. The Hierophant may appear in the form of an analyst, psychotherapist, priest, or spiritual mentor in outside life to whom we turn for comfort and help. The fool thus emerges from his discovery of the underworld and the hidden powers of the unconscious, seeking answers in the enigma of himself and the meaning of his life. When he meets the Hierophant, he encounters that part of himself which can begin to formulate and express on personal philosophy, an individual vision of the spirit, which guides him as he leaves his childhood behind and ventures out into life's challenges. I do hope that you've gotten something out of this. Peace, calm, still be with you. Love and light.